Can you dig it? Twitch, please. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. We are going to be doing some drip marble decals. And, of course, those will need time to dry, so we'll be applying those on my nails tomorrow. We're going to be... God, can I get that off of the screen? We're going to be testing things with this camera. Why is that showing? I need to get rid of that. Anyway, we're working on things. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not, but we're going to give it a try. But first we're going to do a tweet, and then we're going to do a Discord, and I'm going to remember to let you people in the future on YouTube know that if you'd like to join me live, you can come drop a follow over at twitch.tv/ColetteMSLP. So there's the tweet. Let's do a Discord also. That's so annoying. Is it doing that on the screen, or is it doing that because it's connected? Can I... Okay, hold on here. Yeah. All that should be fine. Let's try this. So, this is not... I might have to take this off. No, not exactly. Well, you can't see yet. Bear with me here. I have to take a look at this. I thought I had it figured out. Of course, when we do this, it'll be like that. I got a capture card in an effort to use my camera as the webcam, and I have discovered some limitations, shall we call them, of the camera that make it much more frustrating to try and do. But why? I touched some, and the other thing is, this is still a new camera to me, so I just touched something and I can't figure out how to undo it. Will that do it? Hello, by the way, Sun and Amethyst. Thank you. It's, I feel like it's kind of a hot mess, but it's okay. Is this what I want to have it on? Maybe this is what I want to have it on. But then that thing is there. Okay, now it's not there. Okay. I think I've resolved one of the many problems. So, let me hook this back onto the ring light, and let me plug in the thingy. There we go. Fancy. This is the tutorial camera. So, I don't know how much difference you guys can tell, but if you think back to how these polishes were looking last week when we were playing with them, This is very... There, that's a little better. This camera is so heavy for this mount. Hi, Music Gal. So, like this looks great, right, you guys? I discovered that my camera will not let me turn off the screen turn off function. So it'll only do this for fucking 3 minutes at a time, unless I'm recording. But when I'm recording, then there's stuff like on the screen. So, I mean, like the autofocus is a thing that actually, you know, works. And you guys just take a moment and picture in your head, picture those drip marbles that we did during the testing stream. And you remember how blue they looked? Like, this is the reason that I want to use this camera. It's color accuracy compared to like anything else that I've ever used, let alone that I have like in my possession right now. This camera is on point with it. But we'll just see. I'm messing with this so that it doesn't turn off on me, because that's the drawback. So let me do this and do this. Otherwise, or when we're recording, of course, I can go as long as I want, but then we get this stuff on screen. So I was like, well, maybe I could, like, I don't know, put like some kind of little overlay in these particular little spots. Like, I don't know. How distracting is that? Is that worth this? Is the question. Because my memory card is gigantic. Like, I could basically, you know, just leave it on fucking record as long as I need to. And then just delete it. The other thing is, I mean, I have a capture card now. I got the capture card working. I'm very happy with the capture card. No, not while I'm recording. While it's just in the... Like, when it's in this mode, that should go away in a minute. This is not wanting to stay where I'm putting it today. Are you loose here? There we go. Just stay put, ring light. Yeah, I mean, I can get it to go away here, but like I said, when it's here, the maximum I can put it up to is 3 minutes before it turns off the screen, even though I'm not using the screen. Hello, Sakrista. Yeah, so, but I mean, I could look into getting another video camera type camera to use with the capture card, but the thing is, I mean, I've used several cameras, and purple, like, finding a camera that does this with purple, it's not a given. You know, it's not just like, oh, I could just pick up, you know, another good video camera, which, I mean, otherwise, hello, also, I mean, like, I just bought this new camera. I mean, not with this in mind, but this is like, this, you know, it's an eco-saving power feature or whatever. Like, this is not something that I knew I even needed to worry about. You know, teals, I mean, and they're duochrome. I mean, it's, that still has a lot to do with, you know, the light angles, but I mean, if you did not see the testing stream, like, literally just go back and look. This was not visible as purple. It just looked like teal and blue. Anyway, this is what we're going to be doing today, you guys. By the way, did I Discord? I don't think I Discorded. Let me look. I completely did not. Let me Discord you guys. I got distracted talking about this damn camera. Okay. Oops. Okay. So, hello to anybody I missed while I was ranting. Welcome in. You know, first world problems for sure. But I was so excited. Like, I was so excited when I figured out the capture card. This capture card is one that's only supposed to work with Windows 10. I have Windows 8. I got it working with my old shit. It was doing what it was supposed to do. And I was sitting there and I was just like looking at a couple other things, you know, testing it. And then, like, the camera went out. I'm kind of surprised it hasn't gone out already here. Maybe 3 minutes is longer than I thought. And then this is what happens. And then I need to just like... It's so close to being what I want, but there's like not... of course, once I look, there's all kinds of people like online complaining about the fact that you cannot disable this screen power saving shit. Yeah. Seriously. So we did these tests Saturday. This one turned out very lopsided in color. I think, you know what? In fact, we got another half here. We'll do our other tests, another test here. I think it was because the colors were too close together. This was the first one that I did that I just really, really loved. I mean, it's just like so much going on and so pretty. I mean, the reflections are not super cooperating with me. The autofocus is, though, if you notice, like, you guys, the struggles I was going through with that other camera, like, this is perfect except for the things we've discussed here. Anyway, this is the original one with these 5. And then this one we added some black. But I think I prefer this one. I think I prefer the original one without the black. Like, I like the black also. I almost feel like with the one that has the black in it, this one, I would want a little bit more black, or even almost like to go in with the brush and like hand detail in more black. What do you guys think? Do you have a favorite or a preference? Top or bottom, black or no black? Hey yo, and hey Sophia, if I didn't say that. Yeah, the brightness really appeals to me. With the black, it starts to lean more kind of abalone, I think. But not exactly enough. Like I said, if I went with the black, I'd want more black, whether in the drip marble itself or... I don't know if I have the free hand to really go in and add like really fine black detail lines like I imagine in my head. That seems like something that would be problematic. And of course, too, like I have an actual zoom here. Hello. Okay, maybe not quite that close. The focus doesn't want to be quite that close, but I mean, oof, you guys. It's just so good. One thing I don't quite understand, or maybe it's like, maybe there is actually a reason for it. I wish it zoomed that fast when I was recording. When the record is on, the zoom becomes super, super slow. Ah, yes. Thanks, Nightbot. I think... I wonder if Nightbot will let me put those... Of course, then when would it know when to start? I was going to say on intervals of more than an hour. I feel like... Or if there's a way to set it to start like when the stream starts. I don't like it when I feel like I just started my stream and Nightbot's like, hey! Hey, Sapphire Wolf. Yes. Basinji Lover, thank you for the host. Bad Sapphire Wolf, I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know if there's an official name for that technique, but I call it a scoop marble. We decided the last time I did it that you're scooping up polish, and it only made sense. What did we do? Was it something in Christmas? When did we scoop marble, you guys? I'm trying to remember, like, what colors... I have to look. Usually my memory's better than that. Let's see here. We did, okay, it wasn't in March, obviously. So let's go back a page. Okay, we did gradients, we did some stamping. We did a smooshie and a great, where the hell? That's a smooshie. I know for a fact this thumbnail is too small to see everything. I know for a fact I have scoop marbled on stream. I just don't remember what. Was it during Christmas? No, wasn't during Christmas. Before Christmas. Oh, Amethyst is putting Short Round to bed. Hey, Mrs. Shredo. An orange scoop marble. Oh, there was one that I was doing like in the water technique. That's not what I'm thinking. What am I thinking of here? Ah, it was blue and it was all the way back in September. Holy shit, you guys. I didn't realize it was that long ago. That turned out really pretty though. Okay, hold on. One more second. Things load so slow when I'm streaming. I guess that should not be a surprise. If anybody's interested, it's that. Yeah, like it's, I guess that's kind of like a manicure. It was pretty at the time, but it's honestly like nothing special. It's like it was not memorable at all. Yeah, I'd like to get better at it. These, I feel like I was tempted to practice that with also, except I love how the drip marble turned out so much. So, before I get to recording anything, let's just... I think we'll test me just doing that whenever I think of it and see how many times the camera turns off. Because I'd really like to keep the recording crap off the screen. I mean, obviously it's going to be there when I'm recording the tutorial. But like extra, I would rather not. So, these are all from the Color Club Oil Slick collection. There. Looked like the camera was crooked, but really just the mat was crooked. We've got We'll Never Be Royals, Purple Haze, On the Vine, Rhythm and Blues, and Hooked. And like I mentioned earlier, I think part of the problem with this one, the reason that it turns so like uneven, like, you know, there's so much purple and then there's like so much blue, maybe was because I was building my dots too close to each other. So I'm going to try and keep these like farther. I don't know. You don't want them to be too far because you do want them to like eventually touch, but let's just try. Whoa, okay, I just totally missed the bottle there. Let's just try starting farther apart and see where that lands us. See, something like this is where I feel like I'll lose track of time and the camera will spaz out on me. Oh, those two are touching already. Okay, and the blues. Oh, that whole side is touching. Well, I guess it's okay. We'll see. See, like, I'd have to get them, like, super, super, super far apart to not touch even after the last drop. I feel like that would be tricky. Oh. I mean, I can't even put that in phone jail right now. Okay, we've kind of got some good stuff going here. Sorry, I'm not able to keep this like more on camera. I do feel like that is more, like the colors are more spread out. Carlurk. Enjoy your Carlurk music, Al. Drive carefully. I'm going to try and stretch it out a little lower down here. And I'm just like pulling the drop. And then we're going to turn around and like try to go down the side and kind of spread it. Yeah. I mean, just, okay, so I compare these two. The main difference was in how, I mean, there's still going to be some parts that are more or less even than others. But the main difference in these two was how I initially laid out the bullseyes, I guess. I guess they're little bullseyes. Oh man, when I turn this sideways, it gets so like burgundy, and then when I turn it flat again, it gets so turquoise. And sometimes it can get difficult when you're like trying to pull around a big drip, because you can get, like, I pulled it down the side here and now I've got like a long line all going through the side. So you've got to be careful not to overwork it too. Like if you have a pattern that you really like, put it down and walk away. Even if it seems thick, it'll settle out as it dries. Like let's see. How many days ago was that? These are probably still pretty flexible. And this is, wow. Did you guys, I was gonna like hide it from you, and then I realized you probably already saw it. Do you guys see how much like more metallic and oily it looks on the back side? That's weird. Is it because it's so smooth? Or is there more to it? I mean, this side is cool, but like, it's like pearlescent. Super, super reflective and much oilier, slickier looking. That's unexpected. They're not, oh, right, they're right here. I was going to say, where are the other two tests? It's not unheard of for them to be weird on the underside, but that was really drastic. Let's see how this looks. Wow. Okay, that's the top. Look at this one. It's oh. Look at this one. I pulled it off of the other lid and it's matte. And it's not doing this super trippy oil slick effect like that one is. Problem, of course, is that, you know, the backside always has your starting drips, which is not usually like super flattering. And whoa, this one turned out cool on the underside. Look at that shit. Okay, that's the plan. That's enough of a plan that I want to write it down. For the abalone, use this like black pattern, but use the underside and make it matte. I mean, I know abalone is generally like shiny, but it's kind of a sheeny shiny. So I think matte could be like an artistic interpretation of that. In fact, I wonder if I could just keep this finish. What's the difference between, how many lids do I have that have this satin finish? You guys. Yeah, it's like this one feels Can you guys could probably even almost hear. Like this one is more plasticky, and see it's like shinier, and this one is more. I mean, they're obviously both plastic. This one is it just is more matte. I mean, look at there's no reflection like there is with this one. I find that extremely interesting. I find that extremely interesting. Pencil. What is today? The 24th? Because, like, the cool thing to do here... Let's stick these in the polished sketchbook. And with a couple extra little testy spots. We've got some yellow stopper. Let's make some notes. Oh, God, again. Okay. We're just going to have to go for this, you guys. Because otherwise I'm going to keep forgetting. And you're going to keep losing out. Okay, so I'm going to need more yellow stopper soon. Or something else similar to yellow stopper. I'm going to put a piece of that there and a piece of each of these here. Like, let's just slice this coolest part right here and just stick it in there. And with this one, I'm going to do the same thing. Well, not as much. This one stayed more like around the center drops. For this in particular, it's better if it like spreads a lot more to one side or the other. Let's just do like that. And then on this one, so much coolness. And then we'll do a couple more and we'll top coat some of them. This is a complete sidetrack of what I was supposed to be doing, by the way. We're supposed to be making decals, not planning decals for another whole different manicure. And then this one will be okay, where's the sesh feed? Here we go. So they're in the same order here almost. So we've got like some good examples of what they look like just in their natural form, which I do kind of wonder. In fact, let's test that. Like I wonder if during cleanup, how would acetone affect this finish? Like, Oh, you know what? I think I put this one down the wrong way. Oh, well. Yeah, I mean, acetone kind of ruins it. I was thinking this is a very nice finish on its own, like not using any matte top coat. I don't know if that's feasible, though. So we're working with my new capture card, which has... I think I stuck this one down the wrong way, too. No, that's the shiny one. Never mind. And my camera has some limitations. One of which is that after a certain amount of time, the lens or the screen shuts off unless it's recording. So I'm recording with it so that the screen doesn't turn off. I mean, I could try a matte top coat on top of that also. A lot of times if I'm using a matte top coat, I do a regular coat of Seche Vite first because it gives the matte like a really smooth base and you get a nicer matte finish. Yeah, that finish is actually really, really... Did I top coat this one? I didn't. Does top coat ruin the shiniest effect? Like the regular one, I don't really feel like it does too much. Maybe I should do this whole thing. Of course, it might shine up a little bit when it's fully dry. Yeah, let's see here. Top coat dulls it. You see that line where I added the top coat? The bottom is not top coated. The top is top coated. Y'all. Yeah, I might... if I keep this up, like I said, I'm either gonna... So, like, the idea would be something like... Do I have something I can use, like, as an example? I guess I could, like, just do this. Like, just imagine, for example... Can I move that on top? Where is he? Dang it, where's that camera? There it is. So, like, imagine... obviously not Beanie, but, like, something skinnier. Just plopped on top of that. Or, like, if I moved Beanie... I actually... Just put Beanie Cam right there. Nobody'll notice a thing. Oh. I wish that they were like farther to the side. Because I feel like that's like can be important stuff. Of course, usually if I'm doing my nails would be like right about here. Ish. Of course, too, I just thought of something else though. Where does that show up? That shows up like right there. Because I would kind of like to be able to see that. And now that I'm not using the screen, like I have to look on the computer to see how far zoomed in I am. Which usually for tutorials is like really close. Oh, my poor partly broken nail. You can actually... Too close, camera? Maybe with this in the way also. It's a little stress line. It's not quite a break yet. But now, I'm sure you guys remember how many times I tried to show you this on the other webcam. And it wasn't able to like show you anything. It's actually grown out. Like it was all the way down here. Now it's grown out to about there. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. And the other thing too, I was using the beanie cam to hide these silly numbers. The other thing too, so if I keep the idea of using a regular camera instead of a webcam, a traditional webcam, then I'm going to have to revisit my mounting solutions because, okay, the ring light arm that has the ring light attached to it also has the camera attached to it, also previously had the webcam attached to it. Now, webcam is pretty light and whatever. It can handle that and the regular camera. But if I were to get another video camera, I would need to get another arm, I think. And I don't know where that's going to go, or it's not going to be like right in front of my face. It's like you think you solve one problem, and in actuality, you just create like 18 more problems. But yeah, I'd considered like, I don't know, something smaller for these things. I don't know what though. I don't know. Oh, the tea is super hot. That was too big of a drink of hot tea. Cold water. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. I dig it. Yeah. Yeah. The limitations of my camera. I hate having that there. I'm just going to try messing with it this way. Again, we'll see how it goes. Oh, I got to capture. I don't know if I've told you my saga, Daggett, but I was very unhappy with how the webcams were at capturing nail polish colors. So I set out on a journey and I got a capture card, the goal of which was to connect my tutorial camera. And I succeeded in all that, only to find out that my camera has a power save feature that can't be turned off, where the screen turns off after 3 minutes of inactivity. So I either gotta every 3 minutes remember to like reach up here and be like, touch a button or something, or I need to be recording. And when I'm recording, there's no non-text option. I have the stuff that you saw just previously. So, hey Sparkly. We're about to do some drip marble decals. We've kind of chopped them all up now, but along these lines. God, those all just look phenomenal together. They look like some kind of scientific experiment with my little notes and shit. Yeah, no, the thing that's not trivial, Daggett, is to find a camera that captures colors like this. Because even within traditional cameras, this is the camera that I'm currently using for my tutorials, and this was the main thing. Like, I was just so... And like I mentioned before, anybody that did not see the original testing with these colors, you wouldn't have known that these designs had purple in them, because the camera was not capturing them. Daggett, that would be helpful. I'll look into it. And then like I was saying, if I did do that, then what, is that my new tutorial camera? And then what the hell did I buy this thing for? Or I have to find a different mounting solution, or I don't know. Hey, Dino. And that's aside from the fact of, hello, okay, money. Like, I already dropped money on a capture card. Like, I, decided it was worth it to attempt it and try. Because there really was no guarantee. Like I said, this capture card is not designed to work with Windows 8. And I had found a few examples of people like using it with Windows 8 supposedly, but like they didn't give details like enough to be really confident I knew what I was doing. I'm just cleaning off a bunch of lids here. Probably more than I need, but just to be prepared in case, you know, if things spread in a weird way, sometimes you don't want to do more on that lid. So we'll be doing the decals tonight. Then, of course, they're going to have to dry. They're going to have to dry for quite a while because they're thicker decals and because we're doing them on lids and not on silicone. When we did the flower smooshy marble, those I was amazed how fast those dried. And I was also like, we did it all in one stream. They dried so fast, but because I have to be able to like lift these up and tilt them around, I can't do these on my Miracle Mat. So we're going to do them on lids like in the old-fashioned day, and they're going to need extra time to dry. Yeah, so Dino, we're not doing holo today, but we are doing multi-chrome. And I mean, the autofocus usually cooperates. I mean, my hands look like I'm like 80 in this level of detail. But I'm just so kind of disappointed that I don't know. There's always something else. They're beautiful. Did you see the swatches when I was showing them? These are some different examples of the different sides and different finishes we were getting with the tops. This one is kind of my favorite. It's like soft. It's like satin. But this is more like what we're going to be doing on our nails. Hey, Bean, you comfortable? You got enough room here? Do I need to get my stuff out of your way? Get my 106 notes off of your chair? There you go, buddy. Is that okay? Alright, so we're going to do like maybe one lid's worth, and then we're going to... And, you know, maybe I will turn on the recording while I'm doing the dripping. Well, maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to play this by ear as we go along. Yeah, I like Canons. All my cameras have been Canons. Sparkly, we're gonna do it right now. Get all these. Are we there? You guys be able to see. Maybe I will, of course, if I zoom in, then it's even harder to stay in frame. So we're going to start with the darkest color, and we're going to go to the lightest color. We're going to try again to just kind of keep these separated on the lid. You going to settle down here, camera? Ooh. Do you want me just maybe a little bit closer? You kind of... I think it was maybe like the edge of the desk that was flipping it out a little bit. Come on here, camera. Hello. All cameras forever. I mean, I don't expect perfection because most cameras just don't like working this close up, but you know. Okay, so we're going to do drip marbling. If you haven't seen drip marbling before, actually, if I move these over here, I won't block the camera quite as much. You start with whoa! It's so loud. I need to turn my volume down. Sparkly, thank you so much for the Prime resub for the 3 months. Oh, I don't know why I'm so easily startled. Thank you so much and welcome again. We're gonna do drops of each color in like a, I mean, it's like a grid of bullseyes. Yes, I think the one with the orange is the 3-month. The first one is just pink and purple, and then you get the orange anise, and then you get some yellow, and then you get green. Yellow must be 6 months, and green is 9. And soon, you guys, 12-month badges will be appearing in this channel. Like, that's a fucking trip. That is a fucking trip. So, let's drip them out. I just noticed that little logo there. I would have stayed farther away from it. It doesn't really matter, but like you generally can't use that part on your nail because the logo will come through. I'm going to add some of this kind of mauve-y color. Progressively more decrepit. Alright. I think the one benefit if I did get like another like camera, even if it wasn't quite as color accurate as this one, would be that I think it would have a better time autofocusing than any of the webcams that I've dealt with so far. Webcams seem to be super weak at that. At this kind of distance. Like, I think all cameras struggle a little bit on like macro shots and being very close. But webcams in particular seem to be like, I don't know, not great. Oh shit. See, that's what I'm worried of. And then I look up and it's like, oh shit. Well, I turned it back on in time for the good stuff. I usually start with like a swirly motion. And then you kind of like start bringing it out further and spreading it more around. I feel like we're getting pretty good like striations, and then like when you can see how they start coming back in from the top and you can add in kind of more angles and get additional swirls. You just gotta let gravity be your friend. I feel like this one isn't bad. It's got some unevenness to it. I could maybe stretch some of that out. Sorry, you guys can't see. Alright, so I kind of pulled it all down here. It's still moving a little bit, but it's mostly almost dry. Maybe pull these down here and close this up. Like that little spot right there. Try and get the drop to kind of close it. Because any part, like sometimes there are really cool designs at the edges, but of course it always has to be big enough to fit on your nail. Oh God, the colors make it all worth it. Oh, you know what? You know what? No, that probably would be too small. I was going to say maybe I could crop this inside here, but that would be a really small crop. No. Sorry guys, you'll just have to deal with the numbers for now. Yeah, I like that. We got some really nice striations. Not too many like swirly shapes, but I like that. We'll do another one on this lid for practice, and then we'll do one for YouTube. Those are far too close together. Those ones on the end. Oh. I mean, that's kind of how I feel. Like I was like, I wanted to like kind of gauge from you guys like how distracting are they? Maybe I'll just put a banner across them. Just a little black box that says numbers. What numbers? Whoa. These are touching earlier than I prefer. We might end up with some really lopsided colors. Or we might be able to work it out. I mean, we've done kind of limited testing with this, and it's been a while since I did a drip marble. But I was kind of working under the hypothesis that the longer it took for them to touch, the better color distribution I was getting. And then, of course, you gotta be like mindful of your other design. You can't just go completely willy-nilly. This is pretty even. I'm not mad about this. Sometimes when it's slow, it gets to a point. It's another one of those kind of know when to stop points. I'm almost there. I might be there. I might be going more than I think I should be. Hey, Trey Lala. Well, and you know, there are some people that put like a fake recording button on their Twitch, like when they're streaming. The live button used to look like a little record button, except now they changed it to actually say live. You see this drip we're working here? Yeah. Okay, so this... Actually, that turned out surprisingly well. Maybe there was some other reason that one was so uneven. Maybe I just had poor drip technique. This is the epitome of, like, random but consistent. You know, these are two of the same design. Oh. I need to research more. I swear I've looked so many times, but I literally can't believe there's not a way to just get the rest of the shit off of the screen when I'm recording. I am sparkly. Recording is what makes the lens not automatically turn off. But I'm not recording tutorial footage. I mean, I suppose I could use it for tutorial footage. But I wasn't really tutorialing. Yeah, I really, really like how the decals are turning out. And I really, really love how you guys can see the color. And that's what's making this huge frustration of this camera bullshit worth it. I wonder if I can find... Let me go... let me just hold on a second. Hold on for a second here. No, let's go here. Yeah, well, the other option is remembering to push the button every 3 minutes so that it doesn't turn off on you guys. No, Mrs. Shrado, that's the thing. It only lets you turn it to 3 minutes maximum. It doesn't let you fucking turn it off. And it's the most frustrating and baffling thing ever. I mean, like, I never heard of such a thing. I didn't know that was a thing that I needed to be careful of or to be aware of. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Can you look at this? Okay. Let me... we'll just do like this. And then we'll do like this. Okay, guys. You see that? You see this? You see that? Let me get a better shot of that. Can we go back to like there? Yeah, okay. You see that? You see this? That's the same thing. That's my point. That is why we are fucking around with all this. For anybody that's just joining us, that is why we are fucking around with all this. Kroger Deluxe Chocolate Cookie Crumble Ice Cream. Oh. Yeah, and this is 99% accurate to what I'm seeing. The other one, like... just, is not. So, yeah. And the whole thing was, we're getting closer and closer to the swatches. I don't want you guys looking at that other shit when I'm swatching. I want you seeing the real fucking deal of color. So. I wonder if I should use a base color for this, and if so, what? Like, I mean, should I use black or white, or it probably won't matter? The decals are very thick. Like, I don't see a difference, like, over white or over black. Over here on the side of my Miracle Mat, where there's the black and the white, I'm just using this little cut-off piece we had. I'm just debating, like, it's always weird when I'm, like, shooting decals, because it's like it's part of the YouTube video, but sometimes I can't even decide where I'm going to slot it into the tutorial. It's like, what do I want to say? Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, The colors. I mean, it's all about the colors. It's all about the colors. I need, actually, what am I doing? I can't just rest that there. I need to find some place safe and flat to put this. I guess let's make some room here. Whoa. Safe meaning like Beanie won't knock it over or step on it, and flat because like even once they stop moving for you or they seem to stop moving, like they're not dry. See this, I'm not sure why it likes to do that sometimes. Is there like too much white? Are you tripping out, camera? So you give it something to focus on and it's okay. That's a downside to this. I mean, it's fairly minor because usually at least my hand will be on screen. Seems to get a little bit better too if I zoom in just a tiny bit. That was more than a tiny bit, I guess, but oh no. I did that one month. In fact, I just had a thing the other day that it was 50%. We're almost at the end of the month. Oh no, is this... I don't have any patching supplies. If this turns into a break, I'm either going to have to try to patch it with like gel polish, or I'm just going to have to do a very large hack on my nails, which is not really in my plan. Clark, be quiet! I don't know if you could hear him. What time is it? 9:18. Anyway. Yeah. Ours has like a complimentary couple of overages, so I didn't have to pay for it, thankfully. And since then, I've just been very mindful to keep a better eye on things, and also like, how close do I want to be? Like this close? Usually this is how close I am for tutorials. It seems really close when I'm looking at it on my computer now, as opposed to just on the camera screen. And actually, for drip marbling, that's probably a little bit too close because you won't be able to see like the whole lid. That's pretty good. Yeah, Clark is sharing my frustration. Okay, let's why did I start recording? I don't know what I want to say here for the tutorial. Just like make your decals and with plenty of time for them to dry, I guess. White chocolate raspberry. I one time had white chocolate raspberry oatmeal cookies. Oh, that was tasty. God, I'm gonna have a sweet tooth now. Okay. Oops, no, not self-timer. Not that button, this button. Okay. Ooh. Focus, please, camera. You'll want to make your decals with plenty of time for them to dry before you do your actual manicure. I'm going to start out with 6 drops of the darkest color, and then I'm going to layer another drop of each color on top. Then I'll be tilting the lid to create the marble pattern. It sounded kind of dumb to me, but that's frequently the case. Like you always, almost always, like wish you'd rephrase things, but I've already considered and discarded like doing voiceovers where I could actually do that sort of thing. Plus, even with voiceovers, I bet you would just get frustrated. You would be sitting there making so many different takes and mistakes. Okay. Now I'm going to have to be very, very careful. Like for this one, it's almost more important to keep it on camera than it is to get like the bestest of patterns. But I obviously would still like to have a good pattern too. I was actually kind of low in frame when I was doing the drops, but that's minor. This is the money shot, I guess. I guess that means different things in different industries. The nail polish money shot. I think I'm just about done here. If I can just work out this drop at the bottom. Do the finishing touches in front of my face. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, sometimes you just gotta, when you're playing to the camera, but it's like it needs to be tilted almost past vertical, like almost upside down, to actually get the drop to like be heavy enough to flow. Kind of a lot of bubbles too. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to pop those out. Do I have a nice clean-ish orange stick? What happened to that nice new orange stick I got out the other day? Oh, here it is. Let's just do like this. Yes, you do have emotes. Once you've finished dripping, if you see any bubbles, you can go in and pop those with an orange stick, and they should then settle out as the decal dries. And then go ahead and make enough decals for all your nails. See how they kind of like settle out after I poke them? This one looks kind of weird. And sometimes I get bubbles when I do this, and sometimes I don't. So, let's go ahead and do another set. Yeah, so when you subscribe to me, you get emotes, but even if you are not subscribed to me, everyone has access to Twitch regular emotes, and if you choose, there are 2 browser extensions that you can download for Chrome, at least. I don't know if they're for other browsers. FFZ and BTTV, and those both have some standard emotes, and I also have some special to my channel emotes in there. So, and if you have those installed, I think the FFZ ones will show up in the little emote menu, which is, part of the chat box. I don't think BTTV ones always do. BTTV confuses me. I don't understand. And it doesn't let you have as many emotes for free as FFZ anyway, so I I have kind of a little bit of a preference because of that, because I think my FFZ slots are actually full right now, because I have like Dr. Crotron's FFZ emotes that he has made available very generously, since he like has real emotes that like he paid an actual artist to make for him. Ooh, I like that shape. And sometimes if you're like right at the beginning and you do a shape that you like a lot, sometimes it's just like kind of too fucking bad, because you're not going to be able to keep that. You know, there's too much movement yet to happen. So you just gotta make new cool shapes. Okay, now let's bring the whole thing kind of over here. And down this way. Beanie is being quite a slug today. He had a lot of outside time and fresh air today, though, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Alright, I'm going to pull the whole thing back over this way. Kind of trying to cover up some of that extreme blue at the bottom. Not too much. I don't want to lose it completely, though. Now, this one, it's kind of interesting. Has barely any bubbles. Actually, I think I'll stop there, because I really like some of those designs that are popped out right there. And sometimes, like, you might think, like, man, I'm not getting any good designs here. And, like, they'll almost, like, surface from underneath of the polish. It's almost too dry to mess with. Okay, we are not done yet. Probably I could get away with that. But I really like to be certain that I'm going to get something that I really like for my nails. So if I consider, like, instead of considering 3 out of each of those, which I probably could get 3 out of each of those, instead of more like considering like 2 out of each of those, and then like some spares, just in case, you know, anything bad happens, we'll do another lid. Plus, this is just fun. Like watching the colors swoop around. Kind of visual ASMR-y. Like you could put some new age ocean waves music to it. And just like sit and drip paint for hours. That could be a Twitch channel right there. I wouldn't even have to try and talk with my discombobulated self. Just play the ocean music and the chimes and watch the colors flow beautifully across your screen. I'd miss talking to you guys, though, I think, if I did something like that. Okay, let's... Ooh, we got some good stuff happening here. Yeah, look at that, you guys. Oh my god, it's so good. And of course, these are very shimmery and shiny and reflective. Like, the possibilities are endless. Trey Lala, thank you for the bits. My simple little playing with polish and colors for ASMR reasons. I do have such fun just like, you know, moving this stuff around and seeing like seeing the patterns and shit come out. Like that's so cool. I mean, it requires I let go a little bit of that inner perfectionist, which is difficult, but it's probably a good thing. And I probably could also use like tools to help move stuff along sometimes when it's not doing exactly what I wanted. Like right here, I think I am gonna help it close that hole completely. This one's almost done, I think. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. We got a couple bubbles. And here. Where else? Right there. Oh yeah, that's almost dry. Wow, I really like that one. Yeah. Well, you know what I would really love to try, and there's no reason I can't try it either, is like, you know, something kind of like fluid art with acrylic paint, like the drip marbles, but with acrylic paint. Well, and fluid art with polish too, although I don't know, it depends which kind of fluid art you're doing, how much you mess with it after you like pour it or something. Because some of the fluid art is like with those cells that appear. And I have both some silicone, some actual silicone, and some like spotting nail polish that I could use to create that effect. But sometimes you also see fluid art done just like with colors, you know, flowed out smoothly without the cells. I really like the ones, I'm sure some of you guys have seen them. They look like tree rings where they like put all the colors, they like mix them in the cup or whatever, and then they pour it out and they're like, and it comes out looking like a tree ring. Oh my god, I want to do that so bad. I feel like, you know, the syringes that I got for doing my my liquid latex, I feel like those could be maybe put to work in like fluid art, because I feel like part of the challenge with nails would be like not using like a cup full of polish, obviously. This one's going to have to be kind of a weird shape in order to accommodate the space that's left on the lid from the first one. But like if I did like this amount of polish, like what is this? Okay, 6 drops times 5, so that's like 30 drops of polish, like into a syringe, and then like squirted it out, rather than trying to like drip it into a cup and pour it out, where I feel like a lot of the polish would want to like stick to the side of the cup and like not, you know, not necessarily pour out all nice and neatly. I feel like that could be kind of a challenge. This is cool. Pretty cool. So yeah, I think when I try the fluid art, I'm going to try it with the syringes. And I don't know if that's the thing. Like, usually if I see people doing fluid art with polish, it's kind of like, I don't think I've seen it done that. Well, no, actually that's not true. I have seen it done that way. I have seen it done that way. What are we? Did we get to half an hour? Was I really going for that long? Oops, not that button. This button. I didn't see how long that was. I think half an hour is my recording limit. Can I get this to sync just a little bit farther? Like sometimes you get a weird, like you see this part right here, it's like it's thick and it's kind of gnarly. I don't like when that happens. I'm trying to get rid of that. So I'm just kind of getting everything to sync. Ooh yeah, you can kind of see. Well, I'm not really getting rid of it, but I'm at least pushing it to the edge, which is not what I would use anyway. Like in a manicure. It's very thick. It really doesn't want to move. We'll let that settle out. So we've got these two. This one, I think is my favorite of the evening. And we've got these two. These are pretty cool too. I like this area, and then we've got these two. Got some cool stuff going on here too. So we are going to let those dry. What do you guys think? What are your guys' thoughts on this whole camera situation? And I'm sure I missed some other chat too while I was sitting there fluid arting. MSLP brain massage. Yeah, see, look, I'm like going in the same direction. You're talking about the fluid polish dyno. I'm not scared to try it. I'm like, I want to figure out a good way to do it that doesn't like waste too much polish. I mean, you're gonna waste some polish. Yeah, I know it's not as easy to get a nail polish sponsorship as you would think. I mean, it seems to me. Otherwise, I'm just like clueless about it. I'll get a commission if you buy through my Amazon Associates link. Except, the Whatever Forevers aren't on Amazon yet. And the oil slicks still seem overpriced for the collection having been re-released. So I actually would not recommend you buy these particular ones from Amazon. The colors. I'll show them. Your thought is that the hollow should be added dyno, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to, really. It's super weird, but I mean, like, I guess my questions are, how much do you guys hate the numbers on screen? And how much do you love being able to see these colors? They're so pretty. So let's see. What order did I was dripping them in this order, actually. Look at this. Look at, there we are actually catching the multi-chrome of this. From almost blurple in like burgundy, orangish kind of a color. This has to be next. I took Don't Kill My Vibe off my nails, but we did get a really good polish and motion of it before I took it off. That's the sparkle. Yeah. I mean, I haven't like actually pulled out my old camera, my old mostly broken camera to see if it has the same thing, but I feel like I was able to turn off the auto turn off on that one. That Amazon Associate Nightbot thing was almost like perfect timing. If you Trey Lala, my suggestion for these, so I got these directly from Color Club's website. What I did and what I recommend is I turned on my Instagram notifications for their page until they had a sale going on. They seem to have like 2 or 3 couple day sales a week, and they frequently have 50% off or buy one get one free, which is what I did. If it is buy one get one free rather than like 50% off your order, be mindful of the polishes you put in there, because they take what I would consider rude advantage of the equal or lesser value. I bought the 2 collections and I ended up splitting them into 2 orders, because otherwise I was only getting the cheap polishes for free instead of half of the expensive polishes for free and half of the cheap polishes for free. No, they've responded on forums, and their response is, "Oh, you can do that with the Canon EOS blah 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 camera, but you can't do that with the G7 Mark II." Yeah, that's kind of what I feel too. And even really, I mean, so like this, if I'm paying attention, it's not a huge deal. I mean, it's a hassle. It's not a huge deal to have to like reach up and touch a button or whatever. I just need to really, I'm glad you guys really appreciate the color accuracy. That was like what I was thinking. 'Cause like this one, can you look at the lavender in the bottom here? Like down here, you go from like this greenish turquoise into like a paler blue, and then you like start catching these pinks and purples. Like the multi-chromes are still a struggle. Let me pull out, well, there's this. This is going to be washed out under the ring light. You can still see though. You can see the hollow. This is washed out due to the ring light, not due to the camera. The autofocus works. We can do stuff like this. Let me pull out something else hollow so that you guys can see. Oh, come on. You're hollow. I don't know. You're not. I don't know how you're gonna show under the lights though. Oh yeah. So there's that. This is Mona Lisa, by the way, if you're wondering. I mean, that you guys are seeing the things you're supposed to see, and like here's like a multi-chrome flaky. Yeah. I've always loved Canons. Didn't used to have this unturn offable eco feature. I've always had Canons. I don't have anything against Nikon, but my very first Canon, which is pre my blog, so more than 10 years ago, my mom is still using. I mean, I've been very, very pleased with Canons, except for this. Yeah. So I think what we're going to have to do is maybe find something, just like I could put like a little note here, like a little, you guys can't see my mouse, I just realized, for this part. I think maybe just like a little, like maybe a box with a command, and then the command explains somehow succinctly all this shit. I mean, it's pretty minor. Like I said, I don't, the record is far enough like in, like if it was more over it's so weird trying to point, like if it was more over here, it would be easier to cover. And honestly, the number and also the zoom, which when I mess with the zoom shows up, yeah, right there. I need to be able to see that, because when it's plugged in like this, I cannot see, the camera screen itself is not active. Which is why it's so dumb that the turn screen off affects the HDMI output. Okay, I feel like I'm just like complaining, but I feel like you guys like absolutely get it. Caters. Hello. Thank you for the Prime resub. 7 months. You unfortunately have just missed the end of the nail stream, but I'm not done streaming. We are sitting here talking about the limitations and the good things of my camera situation. And we have decided that for the sake of color accuracy, we're going to have to put up with numbers sometimes on screen. Hello. How was your swatching? Was that was earlier today. I saw you swatching. Were you doing more of your OPIs? Thank you, son. That's why I had them out and I almost forgot. Because somebody asked. You can kind of see how holographic these tops are too in this camera. Like they're not just shiny silver. I can actually show you guys the name. This is Hooked. You can see the multi-chrome especially. I like showing like the bottom corners of the bottle because like you get the light refracting through the corners. This is Rhythm and Blues. I really like this one too. So some of these have, you know, I should invest in like a little small, very strong LED flashlight. I have this one, but it's like so weak that like it doesn't even do anything for me. I guess it kind of makes the tops a little bit more pretty. But I think if I had a really strong LED flashlight, I'd be able to get like the angles that would really help me show off the color of these for you. But I'll also try whenever I wear them to do polish in motion. This is On the Vine. It's kind of like a frosty-ish purple. Don't Kale My Vibe had a really surprising berry colored flash that I actually was able to capture in the polish in motion. I was really, really happy. This is Purple Haze. Ooh, look at that. Look at that gold in there. And this is Juicy Lovely Beauty is Will Never Be Royals. Which is like purple, blurple, burgundy, gold. All the what are you? I don't know what that was about. God, just look. Wow, what was that square there for? I didn't push anything. You guys saw both of my hands were right here. About 12 more, but that, you know, I think I've heard before that it's your last trip. I will try the cell phone flashlight. It's not my favorite flashlight. Plus, like, the phone is kind of unwieldy-ish. Come on here, turn on. Kinda. What if I go like... What if I go like this? Oh! See, and then this happens. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one especially. Well, why did you turn off? No. Okay, so the reason that's why I said I would not recommend buying these on Amazon right now. The reason they're so expensive on Amazon is that this collection was released, I don't know, does anybody else know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago? Maybe 7? And of course they were awesome, and of course they started getting hard to find. Well, maybe 2 months ago, Amazon Color Club re-released them. Look at this one. is really showing the color shift nicely. Maybe that's just because it's closest to the thing there. Yeah, you can even this one. Look how it goes from like pinky to lavendery. Get more over here. This one is still hard to... You catch a little bit of it. It's weird. This one I bet will show you. Yeah. We're just gonna sit here and look at colors for a while. Oh, the camera can't handle the multi-chrome. Anyway. Oh, it has been doing the square thing once in a while. These squares, that's when I press the button, the focus button. That other big square I hadn't noticed before. All right, so what we're gonna do is Trey Lala, I don't have any of the originals. I really wonder how these re-releases like compare to the originals. So yeah, if you get any that are the same, I would be curious to know. Excuse me. They're great, Bad Sapphire. And like I said, I got them on sale. I made the decision. I have wanted this collection like since it first came out, but I like procrastinated because you guys know me and procrastination are like and I procrastinated, and then before I know it, shit's all extra expensive on Amazon and eBay, and I'm like, well, I don't think I want them that badly. God, there's my horrible desk. This is why you need a Miracle Mat, boys and girls. These are the pre-Miracle Mat years. Very, very tough on my desk. So, we are going to be switching over to Hollow Knight because we got to let those decals dry. I'm not positive what time tomorrow I'm going to be streaming. You know what also is kind of nice to see though? I was live for about 2 hours and we didn't really use up very much battery. So that is a good thing. Oh, I didn't finish what I was saying. Color Club has sales. Only buy from them during a sale. Let's do this. The support for the ring light. Oh, the big squares were happening too. I think it seems to happen like when it's too much white for the camera to handle. We are going to move the ring light here. Shoop. And it's on. My ring light is on like a 3-section arm thingy. Whoa! I'm just trying not to knock over my tea as I get it where it goes, and it just kind of slots in. You can kind of see it on the side of my desk here when it's not in use. It's kind of loose. There we go. Okay, so we've moved the ring light. Yeah, dag it. We had a couple times during stream where I forgot to push the button, and we got this. I mean, I don't hate this, but I almost wish it just went to like a black screen. Or did you mean an actual plug-in instead of the HDMI plug-in? It doesn't have a power cord plug-in. Yeah, I don't... Well, let me double check this actually. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a power in. We've got two thingies there. One's a USB thingy and one's an HDMI thingy. And then down where the battery is, like there's not any additional plugs or anything. So I don't think I can do that. Alright, so Krista, yeah, sometime tomorrow I'll try to update in Discord like before it's the last minute, like once I decide what time I'm going to do it. Probably, a lot of times it seems to work out well, kind of mid to late afternoon, like 3 or 4 o'clock, but we'll still, oh, that's okay. I lost the lid, but it thankfully didn't have anything on it. Oh, and that is not flat. Oh, and you have been drifting. Oh, well. I guess that's okay. I'll check the decals in the morning too. Sometimes those things take a surprising amount of time to dry. And if they're like too sticky, then it'll push it by necessity towards more of an evening stream. Oh, actually that reminds me, this one's done charging. Uses one of these little suckers, NB13L. Oops, I can't see if you can see what I'm trying to show you to see. This little buddy. I've got two. So, if the camera did run out, or if the battery did run out, not a huge deal. Okay, let's we're switching gears. Let's switch title. For those of you who are not interested, we are switching over to video game mode. For those who are into the Hollow Knight with me, thank you so much. If you're on YouTube, this is probably the point where this video is going to end, and I'd like to thank you for watching. And you can click on, nope, this way. There'll be things here to click on that will take you to more YouTube things. And if you'd like to join us on Twitch, it's Colette MSLP, twitch.tv/ColetteMSLP.